that's all that's interesting in here. Can I look up? Can I look up? No? No looking up? I guess not.
Tear.
Alright. So, there was... Oh, there is a door here. Let us enter.
Zv.
Kau tinggal tuntai wadua doa.
So that happened.
Why though?
We'll see in a second. But spooky room is spooky. You want to take a look at this thing that he was hovering above. So, fun.
God, Jesus, why? Why is he like this?
There's actually a door behind here. I think this just leads out to the front, yeah. Okay.
Her voice is the cutest.
Thank you. Oh, right. Here we go. Here's blue page. We can see blue page. And then...
Kau tinggal tuntai wadua doa.
So that was obviously the one that played.
Mm-hmm.
I'm uncomfortable.
I'm very uncomfortable.
I thought I heard Sirius's name in there.
I hope I pushed the right button, my dear brother. What a very interesting device you have here. I'm not erasing anything important, am I? Remember, he is preparing. Take only one page, my dear brother.
The plot thickens. So we hear he is preparing, take only one page. So that seems to be alluding to something or another interesting. And also this is, I assume, just Aknar's room, where he doesn't even have, like, bedding or anything. What is this, like a sad man's hammock? Like, what? And then, I don't know, it's kind of hard to see, but it just seems like a bunch of ropes. Even in the tree tops, you gotta be extra.
Why is he like this?
It's true.
No shades, Dad. I don't even need a mattress.
I hope I pushed the right button, my
But
dear brother.
now you can see that it plays in here.
What a very interesting device you have here. I'm not erasing anything important, am I?
It's not letting me get out of here. Whoops.
Remember, he is preparing. Take only one page, my dear brother.
I think that's it. Yeah, we only need to get a page, so now we can head back down.
Oh boy. This can only end well, clearly.
My old place. I mean, my new place is like that too. I moved in to a new place semi-recently, like maybe half a year ago. I'm trying to be more organized. It's kind of working, but yeah, it's like, I've always been kind of disorganized. Oh, what am I doing? I can just go back downstairs. I'm a dummy.
No.
Oh, there is an junction down there, actually. Interesting. Oops. I can see how this would be annoying to speedrun. This section where you're trying to make your way back to the book. Alrighty, let's hear what Cirrus has to say. Technically, he said only 2 pages left, so...
You finally returned. I owe you a debt of gratitude, for you have nearly released me. My name is Cirrus. I trust that from your explorations you've become convinced that my wicked brother Achenar is guilty, and I am innocent. It is I who am wrongly imprisoned here. Imprisoned by my father. I don't know who you are, or how you came to this island, but I assume you must at least know something of the books. It was father who was a master of the books. He wrote hundreds of them, all describing and linking to the fantastic places and ages which he had discovered. The room in which you now stand was our father's library. It was here, in this room, on this island named Myst, that he housed most of these books. But such a waste. By now, you have surely discovered that Achenar has burnt mutilated most of these books. Why? Our father was always watchful of our explorations. We grew up under his strict supervision. But when we came of age, he gave us unbridled access to the Myst books. He began to leave our adventures more and more unchecked. Unsupervised as we were, my brother began to become disturbed. He began to take more from the Myst ages than he had given. Soon he gained a twisted pleasure from the conquest and destruction of the other ages. It was horrific. His thirst for destruction. But alas, even I discovered his insanity too late. He had completely destroyed all of the Myst ages but 4. I wasted no time. In warning my father, I thought he would recognize Aknar's guilt. But in a fit of rage, he imprisoned both my brother and myself within the pages of these books, designed to hold us until he could judge which of us was guilty. To discover the truth, our father embarked on one final chapter. However, he has never returned. I can only assume that he perished along the way, leaving me, an innocent victim, trapped forever. But now, you are here to release me. Listen carefully. You must find one more page and I will be forever free. There is a book on the shelves. In this library, which is mostly burned but has a few pages still intact. It is the last book on the middle shelf. Find it. This book is filled with a variety of patterns. Find pattern 158 and recreate it on the door of the fireplace. This will bring you to the last red page. Bring that page to me, and I will finally be released, and able to reward you, of course. Ignore the blue page. That page finishes my brother's book. It chills me to even think what would happen if you were to release him. There is another warning. Where the red and blue pages reside, also resides a green book. If you touch the green book, you also will be imprisoned forever. Our father gave us this same warning long ago. I suggest you follow his advice. Go now. Soon we will be face to face.
So, basically, yeah, since this is the second to the last page for his book, he's given us a very long spiel now that we can almost fully understand him. And his side of the story is interesting. He's saying that his father imprisoned both of them, and to figure out who was guilty, he went on a journey and has never returned. Obviously, this does not add up with what Aknar was telling us. So, and of course, he's smarmy and kind of seems like a dick as usual. But, yeah. Really, Rand's wife is named Robin? That's kind of hilarious. Also, really, is that really just a clip of him going, ooh? Because that's also hilarious.
Well,
It's such a classic, like, at this point, it's such a quintessential sound for Myst, and if it's just him going, ooh, it'd be really funny.
God.
Oh my god. Oh right, getting back to Channelwood is a bit of a pain though.
Oh boy.
Time to ride the tree elevator again.
More valve turning.
I know I remember, so I backed the recent Myst 25th anniversary Kickstarter, and I got the Myst linking book, and one of the videos that was included was just of them making sound effects, and one was literally just, here's the bubbly water effect, we just blew into the toilet to make water noises. Oh, the book is so nice. It was worth it so much. I love it to pieces. It's as a kid, I always wanted my own Myst linking book, so it's just it's amazing. Yeah, no, it's just the fact that they were a small team and clearly, they had to do all the acting themselves and all this other stuff, and it's really impressive. And then it just super exploded because it was in the right time at the right place and stuff, with CD-ROMs becoming soups popular and all that fun stuff. Oh my god, that's amazing. So, open the book and hit smash. No, totally. I mean, you're allowed to. You hook it up to with a USB cord, and you can put your own videos in it. Basically, like so, it's like you can put in whatever the heck you want to as long as it fits on the thing, and it's amazing. So I could put some really stupid ass video in there, and whoever opens the book is gonna like find it, basically.
Putting some goofy Yu-Gi-Oh bullshit.
Yeah.
You've activated my trap card! Soup noises.
Holy shit, that would. Oh, that's tempting.
Sorry.
No.
I'm full of the dumbest ideas at 5 a.m.
No, I think you mean the best. Oh, I guess I'm a dumb. And by the way, this is my bestie on the stream, Jenna.
Hello.
And I'm Peachy.
Yes.
Let me grab you. Oops. Gosh, get back over there. So would you believe it? We're almost at the end of the game.
Amazing.
Oh, no. Stop that. Alright, let's hear what Aknar has to say.
Oh boy.
Hello, I'm Akana. I'm glad to see that you've returned to help me escape from my wrongful imprisonment. He was Cirrus who did this to me. Cirrus, my wicked brother. Do not listen to him. I warn you. He's a liar. Do not be persuaded by his evil lies. Do not believe him. He killed my father. He will kill you. Began when my brother Cirrus began to lust for riches. He stole from the ages of Myst. He hoarded riches for himself. My father slipped away his watchfulness. My sick brother secretly pronounced himself king. King of the ages of Myst, he said. He began to look upon me in disgust. His lowly brother. Hated him. And then Cirrus began to destroy the ages of Myst. He burned their forest. He tore down their structures. He flooded their lands. He murdered their inhabitants. He destroyed all but 4 of the ages. Of course, I had to warn father. When I finally found him, there was Cirrus also, talking cleverly. The lying tongue of a serpent. He had convinced father that it was I who destroyed the ages. He convinced father that it was I who was greedy for wealth and plunder. And as Sirius dealt the final blow, he tricked Father into believing that I was the murderer. But Sirius did not deal as fast a blow as he planned. And his father died a slow death. He at last doubted my brother's clever lies, and so in dying, Father imprisoned us both. Unsure from which of us the blow had come. I swear to you what I say is true. Release me. You must release me. My brother is a deceitful liar and deserves punishment. I only wish vengeance for my dear father. His murder. Believe me. You must only recover one additional page to release me from this prison. It's the easiest to find. Go to the bookshelf. It's in this library. On the far right side of the middle shelf, there's a burned book, which is different from the other burnt books. This book is filled with patterns. Find pattern 158. Mimic its design on the panel in the fireplace. Doing this will bring you to the last blue page. Remember, take the red page. Only the blue page. Return quickly to me. And do not touch the green book. It's a clever trap to imprison those who have not been warned. Do not be tempted, or you will rot and die, imprisoned as I am. I tell you, if you follow my instructions, it will be well worth your while. I promise you that. Go. Go.
So, again, Aknar tells us that Sirius actually murdered their father, but here he's saying it's a slow enough blow that his father imprisoned them both, not sure who was the one who killed him. So, who's telling the truth here? But they do both say, we need to get into the fireplace, we need to recreate pattern 158, which we will go look up now. Actually, before we do that. Actually, hang on, I'm thinking what I want to do.
Before you do that, you should save.
Before I do that, Jesus Christ, I haven't saved in an age, okay?
That's why you got me here.
Thank you. Alright. But yeah, no, if I had an actual linking book to Myst, I would fucking go.
I am the queen of unintentional puns.
But yeah, okay, well. What do you think, Jenna?
I think they're both, like, creeps, so it's up to you.
Of course. But there is...
I have and feel, so...
No, I mean, and honestly, you would be right to trust your gut on that, because they are both terrible. We have seen that they're both murderers. At least implied murderers. It's a little less implied on Aknar's part, maybe, but it's also pretty implied that Sirius has probably murdered some people too. They're clearly their stories are not matching up, but there is one thing that is matching up in their stories, and that's the fact that don't touch the green book. So. We have a decision. We have 3 decisions. We can release Sirius, we can release Aknar, or we could check out what this green book is. So, by now you might have probably already guessed that, yes, you're not to trust either brother, and you're supposed to touch the green book. But, I mean...
Where's the fun in not seeing all the endings? Is that where you're going?
Yes, where's the fun in not seeing all the endings? So... We're gonna get the bad endings first, basically.
Yes. I mean, we gotta.
We gotta. They're interesting enough, if a little harrowing. thinking about it for too much. $158. Here we go. And I'm just gonna print screen that because I don't feel like writing that down. Okie dokie. And now we gotta wedge ourselves into the fireplace. And let me see. Nokia? Oh man, yeah. Man, I didn't actually have like a flip phone until a very long time as a kid. Like I had the Nokia brick for a while, I think. And then I think I got a flip phone at the very end of high school. I don't actually remember when I got it.
I had so many crappy cell phones, and for some reason they just kept, like, expiring.
Oof.
I barely remember what was going on with me and phones in the early days of cell phones, but it was a lot of, oh, here's, like, a shitty, cheap prepaid thing that you gotta buy cards for, and then I wouldn't top it up for a long time, and they'd be like, we discontinued your number, and then I'd have to get a new phone. And it was like, what is this?
Pat.
Because it took me a long time to actually properly utilize Anne's cell phone. Because I'm, as we established earlier, I'm an old lady.
Hi. But yes, here's our decision laid out before us. Blue page, red page, green book. So, let's do the worst one. Let's grab the blue page.
I was about to say, do you want to save there so you don't have to do the plink plonk thing again, but...
There's a reason why I'm not saving there, because there's something else. There's something else that needs to be done for the true ending. So.
Of course. Well then, excuse me, I'm an idiot.
No, no. It's been a while since I've seen these endings.
Oh boy. Time for that.
Oh yes! Oh, I feel alive! And how do you feel, my friend? What have we here? Perhaps pages you worked so hard for? Whoops! Yes! Oh. Perhaps you're seeing the world from my point of view. Yes. Oh. There's my brother. Oh, yes. Maybe someone will rescue you someday. You lose.
I'm sorry, but Rand's you lose really cracks me up. uh, God.
God.
Redacted ending without picking up the redacted. Yeah, that one. I know exactly which one you're talking about, I think. And just, yeah. It's really sad. Oh, God. Oh, man. You're really just left on this black screen. Trapped.
Trappeted.
Okay, now you're just being silly. Actually, if I remember, if you open the book again after you've heard their last spiel, they actually have one more video.
You don't yet have the final page. You must not have understood my directions. Find pattern 158 in the last book on the middle shelf. Enter it into the fireplace and bring the red page to me. Hurry. And don't touch the blue page of the green book.
Yeah, basically it's just to reiterate if you forgot. But
You're wasting my time and yours. Just put the last book in the middle shelf. Put pattern 158 into the fireplace. There's no reason to waste time. Just get the blue page. Leave everything else there.
yeah, basically them being snippy at you.
Snip snap.
Alright, let's make another bad decision, shall we?
Yay! Bad choices.
Oh, yes! Yes, I'm free! Oh, thank you, my friend. My dear friend. You've done the right thing. You stupid fool! It looks like perhaps you're in the book now. And what have we here? A page. Oh no. I hope you enjoy your new home as much as I enjoyed it. I can't see you. You're getting less clear. I hope you're in the books. The library looks much the same as I left. Oh, I can Goodbye.
Most endings are worth it just for the acting.
Good.
I love it.
They're all good. That was sure some acting. Holy shit.
I mean, again, clearly they're not actual actors, they're just the developers. But
Oh, it's really good though.
yep.
I appreciate some good Annie acting.
Oh no. Yeah. I could see that making somebody mad.
I mean,
But at the same time, they're just so. They're so. Anyway, so, clearly, we weren't to trust either of them. They're both lying, and we should actually touch the green book because it's the only thing they both seem to agree on to not to do. Really? Was it originally that, like, there were no good endings? Or was there going to be, a different ending? Well, anyway, let us touch the green book.
Who the devil are you? Don't come here to Dunny. Not yet. Oh, I have many questions for you, my friend. As you no doubt have for me. Where should I begin? Oh. Perhaps my story is in order. My name is Atris. I fear you've met my son, Cirrus and Achenar, in the red and blue books on Myst Island. In my library. Oh, it contains my works, my writings. Oh, I wrote many books that linked me to fantastic places. It's an art I learned from my father many years ago. Oh, but the red and blue books, those were different. I wrote those books to entrap over-greedy explorers that might stumble upon my island of Myst. But I had no idea my own sons would be entrapped. My sons, Cirrus and Achenar, we had many journeys together. I gave them free rein to the books. Perhaps it was not wise. I could see the greed growing in them. I had not told them about the red and blue books. Their imaginations went wild. They dreamed of riches and power. Of course, they did not know the books were traps. They begged me for access to those books, and I, of course, denied them. Oh, they devised a plan. An evil plan. I had no idea to what extent their greed had progressed. Their own mother. He was their own mother. Oh, my dear Catherine. To lure me here to Dunny. Of course, I could return to Myst, except that they removed a single page from my Myst linking book. I cannot return without that page. You, my friend, can bring that page to me. Oh, I pray you believe my story above the lies that my sons have told you. If you could find it in yourself to return that page to me here in Dunny, I could go to Myst and bring justice to my sons for what they have done. I must return to my writing. I pray that you believe me. Please hurry. Bring the page. Bring the page with you.
You can actually continue to sit here. I think think he'll have more to say.
Are you just gonna sit there and ignore me? This cramped ass fireplace like an idiot.
At least I thought he had more to say. I'm not sure. Or is he just gonna keep... Are they gonna keep looping that one thing? I guess so. God, yeah, the Atris noise. But definitely. But that's interesting that they're originally gonna have one brother be correct. Huh. Yeah, it looks like he's not gonna do much else. If I open it again, does he say the same thing, or...?
Have you found the missing page? Come. Come on, then.
Okay, yeah, that's all he says. So yeah, the missing page. So, as we see now, the truth has come out, and they basically trapped him in their the original place that Atris is from, Denis, which originally I think they spelled it as Dunny, right? D-U-N-N-Y, and then they changed it to D:"Ni to be more mystical. But yeah, so the place where the white page is hiding is basically, we had those two halves of those pages, and they alluded to a vault, a marker switch vault. So what we do is, we've already switched all of the marker switches up, and now we go to the pier, and we see here, if we switch this down, it opens up, and we get our page. So, if you know where that is, you can basically finish the game in, what, under 2 minutes?
That's amazing.
Oh, was it? That's why they changed it? That's funny. Oh, man.
Yeah, isn't it also... It isn't like that slang terminology in Australia for, like, toilets?
Oh my god. That, well, yeah. I would see why they would change that.
Yeah. I didn't know the Scottish one, but I was like, isn't Dunny, like, a toilet in Australia?
So, what Nauseam was referring to before is, you can actually go to Denis without picking up the book, without picking up the page. That is also an ending.
Oh, God.
Where you are both trapped there.
Welcome to hell, welcome to hell.
And he is, very disappointed in you.
It's really like, really, dumbass?
How big is the, Myst speedrunning community?
Have you found the missing page? Come. Come on, then.
Welcome to Denis. Or, well, a cave in Denis. But it's actually pretty neat to look around. Because there's not much else going on in this area. You can't really go anywhere. Oh. I guess I can. Sort of. I just kind of zoom in and out of the...
I mosaicked my face onto the floor.
Yeah, I'm actually. Who is this supposed to be on the floor? Oh,
Come here.
yes, Aegis. I wanted to look around. Just a second. Five people across the whole series. Yeah, I could see that. I'm sure you guys have fun though.
Heck yeah.
Kavir, huh? Um, so full disclosure, I have not played the last two games. I played up to Exile. I haven't played the other two, the last two. Um, I never was able to get my hands on them until like now. So I'm thinking about streaming them whenever I get around to them because I do want to play them. I Yeah, I was just really slow in catching up to the series because I loved Myst as a kid, but it was something I didn't think about until later when I was like, oh, there were more games? And then I picked up Riven and I was, holy shit, Riven is so good! And then I picked up Exile. And then I didn't get around to the other two for some reason. I don't know why. Time.
Time.
Time and other things, I'm sure. Around that time, that was when I was when I was in college and shit was happening, so but
Yeah.
yeah, no, I'd love to stream it.
Heck yeah.
Yellow Aegis.
Ah, my friend. You returned. And the page, did you bring the page? Ah, give it to me.
Boop. It magically appears in his hands.
You've done the right thing.
Oh, Uru too, yes, Uru too, sorry.
I have a difficult choice to make. My sons have betrayed me. I know what I must do. I shall return shortly.
I did not yet. I'll show it off if you guys would like to see. But I figured we might as well do the right ending first.
It is done. I have many questions for you, my friend. But my writing cannot wait. I fear that my long delay may have already had a catastrophic impact on the world in which my wife, Catherine, is now being held hostage. Oh, in reward, I'm sorry, but all I have to offer you is the library on the island of Myst, the books that are contained there. Feel free to explore at your leisure. I hope you find your explorations satisfying. You will no longer have my sons to deal with. Oh, and one more favor. I am fighting a foe much greater than my sons could even imagine. At some point in the future, I may find it necessary to request your assistance. Until that point, feel free to enjoy the explorations from my library on Myst. Thank you again.
I mean, basically.
The book. You can use the Myst linking book to return to Myst.
So yeah, he basically sequel hooked to there for Riven, about his wife being held hostage and fighting a greater foe. That's all related to Riven, and we find out more about that then.
Oh boy.
But yeah, for now, basically, you've won the game. But you can just kind of wander around and do whatever you want. There's not much
It's
left to do
yeah.
but explore.
Here, take my book. Go to all the places you've already gone to.
Yep. But there is one last little thing, aside from the other ending. But if we do go back to the Myst Library, you can see what happened to the two sons. So, rip.
Rip.
But yeah, that's basically the ending to Myst, and then you're left to kind of just explore around. It's kind of interesting that there's no real credit sequence except when you... Actually, when you exit the game, then it plays the credits, but... Yeah, They came out, I forget when it was, but they came out with like a fully 3D version called Real Myst, which we were talking about earlier. And
Yeah.
that version actually added an extra age you could get to.
Huh.
There wasn't too much to do there, if I remember, but it was just kind of like fun and like pretty and interesting, if I remember correctly.
Neat.
Man, that feels like an age ago. But yeah, so let's do the fail ending too. Yeah, when I stream Ribbon, I'm not going to be able to do it in a night because it is way longer than Myst. But it also has a lot more, I guess you say, a decent more acting. And, like, it's not just the developers, it's actual actors, so... Yeah. God, it's been so long since I played Real Myst, I actually don't remember much of that of Rhyme, but, I just kind of remember it was pretty. Oh, herpy derpy, look a book, whoops.
Oopsie doodle.
My friend. You've returned. We meet face to face. And the page. Did you bring the page? You didn't bring the page. You didn't bring the page. I deplore you. Oh. Did you not take my warning seriously? Welcome to Dunny. You and I will live here forever.
Good job, you dumbass.
Good job, dumbass. You're stuck here with me for eternity, and I'm not talking to you.
Basically. He doesn't even tell you anything about, like... He just looks at you disapprovingly a bit, but, like, otherwise, he doesn't even tell you anything of the story anymore, so... Good job, you idiot.
Congratulations, you fucked up.
But, yeah. But yeah, that was Myst. And, good thing we just ended now, because it is pretty late. But
Whoops.
But yeah, thanks so much for dropping in and watching. And I'm glad I was finally able to show you the full thing, Jenna.
Heck yeah, it was great.
Yeah, I mean, I really love this game.
No, I can see why. It's really good.
And like I said, like, Riven is just Myst, but like just more and better. So,
Excellent. I look forward to it.
so I guess we're gonna sign off now. So thanks for watching, and I hope you guys have a good night or whatever time it is for you guys. It's like 2:42 for me.
It's like 5:40 for me.
Sorry.
No. Never be sorry. I had fun.
So yes, good night, guys.
Good night.
Oh, actually, well, let me play the credits. Why not?
God, it's always fascinating how much smaller a team could be back in the olden days.
I know, it's a really small team for what was so influential. And then they list like Photoshop, Premiere, Illustrator, Painter, Morph, Sound Designer 2, look at all this stuff. Yeah, I did notice it there.
Oh my god, Sunsoft.
Yeah, Sunsoft, when they still were a thing.
God.
Yeah, alrighty guys, good night.
Good night.